Put it back up.
It's already live.
So you can put a cover on it after it's live. So what would you guys think? Let us know on this aspect, because if we got Batman on here, do we put a Batman and Superman cover on this thing?
Should I put Batman and Superman?
Fighting? That'd be kind of cool.
Something like that?
That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think so.
Something like that?
Batman tells Superman off.
Maybe he flips him off?
Flips him off with the finger. That's probably the cover. That'd be the best cover. Clark.
That whole deal, Batman and Superman, we were standing in the urinals kind of looking over at each other. Classic. Like,
remember that?
This is really what it comes down to. You got all your superpowers. I got all my human powers, but really, bro, let's
Coming down to ding dong. Who's serving it up better? Hey, I got a question, and I said it earlier to you, and I've been giving this a lot of thought, and I am sitting in a pretty position because social media is new for you and me. It's new for everybody. Let's not say that, but it's new for you and me because we made our names, and we established our credibility before because of the magazines. We were great enough to win titles, enough knowledge to where the owners of the industry said, we need you guys on the cover and an article. Because I think people forget when they talk about us on the covers, we weren't cover models. There are cover models, and there were some guys that did that. We were celebrities in health and fitness. We were the cover stories. I think that's what you and I got to stop saying cover stories, or however you would say it.
Right.
But we did the cover because we were talking about principles that we believed in inside the magazine.
Yeah, they thought enough about the message that accompanied the physique. So the physique is what got people's attention, because when someone was walking through the aisle in a grocery store or a bookstore, they would see you on there, and out of their peripheral, they'd go, oh, wow. I've had so many people say, out of the corner of my eye, I caught you on the cover of a magazine, or you caught my attention, so I picked it up. And that's the whole purpose of someone being on the cover, is to get the attention of the person that they're seeking to be the customer. And then beyond us just standing there and having a smile and abs and all of what they thought was going to be beneficial to the magazine, they thought enough of us to say, hey, what do you do for chest? What do you think about this nutritional program or whatever? So there's some depth to it that, like you just said, I don't think people really truly understand how important that is to establish who we have been in the career for all of these years. People just see a cover. But I mean, you could pull one out right now, recent, like I right here, right? So here's the cover, but on the inside, you go in here and it talks all about my training. My 5 lifestyle principles are in there, right there, recent, right now. You know what I mean? Pushing 60. It's there you go.
I'm sending this to Anita.
There you go.
Are you the centerfold?
I think she's already got it.
Ooh. And it smells.
Is it scratch and sniff?
It is a scratch and sniff, my friend.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So,
but the beauty of it is you can dictate also what it is you want them to say, because now there's so much credibility that it's like they actually are interested in not just telling you what they want you to do, like do curls, like what is your training protocol? What is
hold on for a sec, because you know what came with this?
I don't know.
Which came with this, which came with yours, what came with it? No negativity.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
No negativity.
Yeah.
You're on a freaking cover. Holy sheesh. You like it or you don't like it. You read his article, you go, okay, that makes sense. I see what you did. I understand. Okay. Or the guy reads it and goes, whatever, moves on. But for you and me as individuals and living our lives, there was no negativity in that. And so now we have social media.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the negativity with magazines. And,
Go.
and
Is that
how
because I didn't know there was? Okay.
there wasn't, and I'm going to tell you what it was for me. Back in the early 80s, you remember James DeMello? He was on the cover of Muscle and Fitness with Corey Everson. And it said, world's most handsome bodybuilder. And I remember looking at it going, I'm better looking than this guy. I didn't put it out for the world. I had that thought. I mean, it's normal to have a thought like, I wonder if that guy's on TRT. I wonder what he does. I wonder. But making this, you throw it out there like, okay, all I did was say, I'm better looking than this guy. And I told my roommate, this is what I'm going to do. It inspired me. It didn't make me hate people or put false, messages out about people. It made me go, I'm going to go do that myself. And that's what I did, So it wasn't negativity.
And not only did you do it, but you became friends with the person that motivated you to go do that. You became friends with that guy.
How did you get it?
Yeah, that's, like you. He's my brother. He is one of my trusted men in my life that I go to lift me up, to encourage me, to counsel me, to grab me by the freaking face mask and go, come on, man, listen up. So absolutely, we're best friends, man.
Jeff had a question for you.
Well, because I think part of that negativity, I was thinking about when you buy a magazine, what are you doing? You're buying it. You kind of have an investment. So
Sweat equity.
You're putting in whatever magazine cost back then, like $5 or whatever, to hopefully get some information out of it. And then from there, do as you wish. But now I can make an Instagram account with any photos that I want, any information.
And you're a champion.
Yeah, and be whoever I want. But do I really have that credibility? So, like, what was it? How did you get a magazine back then? Because I'm assuming that you actually had to do something pretty important if you're going to be put in a store on a cover, be published. Right?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I was reminded of the other day. I posted a photo that was supposed to be the cover of Muscle and Fitness. I remember there were two options that Cal Yee presented to Muscle and Fitness when he came to me at the Muscle Mania bodybuilding competition in the 90s. I competed, and I remember he approached me.
Because I'm going to forget.
Okay.
You've got to post the video of you versus Tito Raymond.
Oh, okay. I got to find that.
Yeah,
that was
classic. They went to Muscle Mania, where I stayed in the IMDb, DBA, CDB, QRS, DDB of CBD.
Yeah. Muscle Mania, man. That was fun. But so after that, it was between prejudging and the night show, Cal Yee pulled me aside. So we ended up shooting a couple cover tries. That's what we called them back then, cover tries for Muscle and Fitness. And I'm thinking, wow, man, this is the big time. And they didn't choose the photo that was the best. And I posted it on my social media the other day. And as you should, I gave photo credit to the photographer. I said, taken by legendary photographer Cal Yee. And then his comment was, yes, I agree. This is one of the best photos. And this was before Photoshop was a thing. There are pictures of me in Iron Man magazine where at the bottom of the cover story, it says, due to Clark demanding, we have not Photoshopped any of his images. Like,
why do you Photoshop them now then?
Because I'm getting old.
Okay. All right. So that being said, I'm going to hit you with this because I left you a message this morning. I had a talk on Sunday with a good human.
Those exist?
Yeah, it does. You won't see him on social media.
Okay.
You won't see him on social media because he doesn't believe in social media anymore.
Well, that's why he's a good human, probably partially.
So this is a very odd thing. He's doing the spin-off of Spider-Man, and he's getting ready for this movie. And I know in the movie industry, they still want you to have a presence of social media. They request it.
Yeah.
So this guy's a father of 4, and he's getting ready he's already done leads in movies. Huge actor. And he's getting ready for his biggest kind of breakout because it's like he was in the Marvel movies and now he's doing this. And I asked about social media, and he goes, I don't want to be involved in that because I don't want my daughters to be involved in it. And I can't be the person saying, as a father, I need to do this, but you can't do this. I want to represent, I'm not doing it. Please don't you do it. And I thought that was impressive. Okay, so let's say hypothetically, he's not making money from it. He is. He was doing a campaign, a fragrance ad. And he had a couple years, and you know as well as I do, like when I did the Tomats romance covers, when you do fragrance ads and you do those kind of endorsements, it's crazy money. It's crazy money. And he was talking about it. It was ridiculous money, more than movie money. And he said to the company, he said, I am not going to do social media anymore. So you make your decision. You can keep me or let me go. And that's ridiculous money. And they wanted somebody else social media. Obviously, wanted a celebrity that would do that. And so he didn't continue on the endorsement, the contract, the fragrance ad. And he was still willing to give it up because he said, you're allowing so much negativity, which is mind blowing to me because I understand health and fitness. You're going to get a lot of naysayers because skinny guys can say something is good or bad. And you don't look at that individual and go, what the hell do you know? You're a walking bag of bones. You can slip through a closed door. They don't do that. It's not like money. If the guy's really, really rich and he's made money over and over again, he has credibility. For some reason in weightlifting, it's not that way, which is odd. But he said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do social media. It lets too much negativity in. And I was like, wow, that's impressive. And we see the negativity because I've seen you put up TikToks going, listen, I'm giving you guys this information. Now, not only is this information that's gold, use it or don't use it. I don't care. You're closing in on a 60-year-old guy that's in freaking, you're the 1%. Every human out there wants to look like you at 20 years old. Now, but you're 60 almost. So it's like, it's mind blowing that somebody could come out with you with negative, but they do. They still come out with the negativity. So my question to you is, I understand with a lot of things, there's good and bad. How do we use social media and try to stay with the good and not let that negativity come into you, to your family, to your son, to your daughter? How do you do that? Can you do that?
Yeah. Yes, you can. Absolutely. And I see it done a lot. And I think it's done more than we absolutely can understand, because I think as humans, we tend to hone in on the negative because we have this, at least me, I have this righteous anger that steps up and is like, you know what? F you. You can't talk to me that way. So I engage with these people. And I know that I shouldn't, but sometimes I do because I have the time and I don't want people to think that they can get away with certain stuff. So I've shut down a lot of it, but it's still always going to be there. So I think the answer to that question is take the high road, right? Every aspect of life, we have the opportunity to take the high road and the low road, even outside of social media. People are just going to be ugly, unfortunately. But the beautiful thing about it is the majority of the people on this planet are good. But because social media is new, like you said at the beginning of this, it's just something that's like, oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm not used to all of this, especially when someone gets to your level. You know, you've got multiple millions of people following you throughout all of your social media platforms. I'm coming up on 1 million now on TikTok. And, you know, if I just go through one of my most popular posts, there's a lot of ugliness. Cardi B in the background explains a lot. It's like, what do you mean? It's just a song I was listening to while I was training, you know, and it just goes on. And it's like, why would these people choose to say, oh, that half tire you're using is stupid, bro. Get a real tire. Well, no, I am, you know, I'm in a position where these companies will send them to me because they think that much of me. And if you don't, that's fine. I don't care if you don't like me using a half tire playing Cardi B with a 5 o'clock shadow and gloves on and capri shorts with machines you've never seen. Just mind your own business. You know, or ask a polite question. Why do you use the half tire? There's a way to do this, but if someone's ugly, there's really no way around it.
So they're gonna get through. They're gonna get. I guess I'm lucky enough because I got a crew that's governing now somewhat the pages and stuff. Something he said too was, and this is a tough one for me, because I know that you love to share Or I think you do. Let me just, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
You love to share your workouts and what you're doing. Is it
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate it. I miss the days I could go in with the hoodie. I miss the days I can go in with the hoodie, say what I want to say, get nasty, talk some smack with the other guys, and lift some weights and not worry about doing a couple sets here and there for the fans. I miss those days. I miss just getting nasty and ugly and getting lost in the workout and that being my meditation. And it's a fight, and I don't want to get pulled out of the fight and go, hey, for a second here. Now on this set, will you do this? Because we're going to push this over here and we're going to put this over here. And today's workout's going to be feet. I miss the rawness. And he said, the guy I was talking to on Sunday, and it relates. I feel this. If I post, the actor, my craft and how I do the process and how I go through this, they're taking away something that is my art, and it kind of diminishes it a bit, and it takes away that pureness or the mystery of it. And I kind of understand that. I can kind of understand that. The selfishness of wanting to keep that to me, or that time to me. Talk to me. Tell me what I need to fix, and what's the problem here, or what.
I totally get that for you. And the immediate thought that I had was Mike Tyson. When Tyson is a savage like you are in the gym, boxing, and when he lost focus of being a savage in the gym, Buster Douglas came along and knocked him out. You don't want to get knocked out. You want to keep your edge, because we're all getting older and you have something to prove more than anyone else. I can do this well into my 70s. When my son is playing high school football and wrestling in college and doing whatever it is that he's going to do, I'm going to be the dad in the stands that they look at and go, bro, is that your dad? How old is he? And being in the fight every single day is what's going to get you there. But like me, you have to find the balance of what you do for marketing purposes. And the reason that I show my workouts, it's not because I enjoy showing my workouts. It's because it's the necessary evil in the social media. It's a platform where all of these men over 50 around the world who are looking for an example can find me and go, wow. Like yesterday, for example, I don't know if you saw, and I used you. I got to tell you, this is really funny. So did you see me doing the ab rollouts and I challenged my son and his buddy? So of course, I did it. I win. This trainer is across the gym and he stops in his tracks and goes, oh my God, dude, that's freaking awesome. And then he immediately changed gears and he goes, it's because you're short. I got longer arms. That's why I can't do it. And I turned around and I said, Mike O'Hearn can do it. And then Mitch goes, well, he's an exception to the rule. Why? He's 6'2", 6'3". He's got long arms and long legs. He can do it. Okay, forget about me. So I said, I'm calling in my big brother to fight for me. You know what I mean? So, but what happened was I get all of these people seeing me online going, how old is this guy? He's 58. I'm looking for a coach. I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for something. So in the grand scheme of it, that's how I view social media for me. Like, this is a platform for me to get my message out. The haters are going to hate, but they really love what I'm doing because somewhere deep in their soul, they know they want to be like Mike. Just be like Mike. They want to be like Clark. They want what we have. And the reality is they can have it if they stop being a bitch and start doing the work and stop hating on people. It's not hard.
It's awesome. That's a great point. I think for me, you're right. We have these chips on the shoulder and stuff, and I got to keep it in check and use it just for good. But it's that little bit of negativity that gets me sometimes. But I do want to share it. Because my power bodybuilding came about because I started with Jeet Kune Do as a kid. And so Bruce Lee to me is such a big metaphor for what and how he lived is how I want to do with power bodybuilding. And so I want to share it to the world and go, listen, I took from this, I made it as one, and I removed what's not necessary. And now you take this and run with it and share it with the world. And that way we can all be Clark Bartrams or Stan Efferdens or these kind of guys that are still doing it. So there is that part of me that wants to share it, but I still miss that rawness of just forget it, shut the cameras off, let me get nasty.
Well,
So,
Bruce Lee did it. You know what I mean? He created that. It's the hybrid model, and that's what you did. And power bodybuilding, in my opinion, is the best program that you have, because every single person who's ever watched you or me or anyone else diet, the first question they get is, don't you get weak when you start dieting? And it's like, no, not really. I don't. If you're getting the right nutrients and you're doing these in the right phases while you're training, there's no need for you to get weak, because fat doesn't make you strong. You know what I mean? So you've created this hybrid model, but at the same time, you didn't come out of the game. It just made your game that much more precise. You know, because Bruce Lee would still get in and just smack somebody real quick and go, yo, I'm a marketer. I'm doing movies still, but don't get it twisted. I'll still smack you, you know? And you said it the other day, and I thought about it here just the other night for some reason, when you were on Battle Dome. And I remember the scene when you took an Olympic wrestler and just tangled him up like a pretzel and then joked around and smacked him on the ass. I was watching college wrestling last night. It was Rutgers and somebody else. It was the 174-pound class. And this kid just manhandled this guy, rubbing his face in the mat. Just, you know, it was all over the place. And I'm like, this is a joke. And that's actually why I thought about you manhandling that Olympic wrestler, doing that. So I guess the point I'm making is, you're a marketer, you're, you know, a fan favorite, you're all of these different things, and it's just a matter of what you choose to step into at the moment. You're a you're a bodybuilder, you're a power lifter, you're a judo player, you're, you know, an actor, you're a model, you're a father, and you got all of these roles that you can move in and out of, and age is not a factor.
thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for kind of giving this eyesight on the negativity that does come with social media. But I think you're absolutely right that the good from social media outweighs the negative. There's always going to be that the naysayers. And now that we allow a porthole for them to get to us straight away from this social media pages, it doesn't mean we can't continue to do what we're doing and block out that noise from those guys, because we've been in this industry long enough to where other big name people would come back around and send messages going, man, I disliked you in the 1990s, and man, I'm a fan of yours now. So we've been doing it, kid, and we're still in it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny to see the amount of people that have come and gone, that were flashes in the pan, that aren't even in shape today, that are trying to get back in shape because they see the opportunity in social media. They see that maybe if I make a comeback, I can start making money, because it's easy to get in front of people and just start preaching this message. And, you know, it might be a pure desire to do that, but at the same time, you know, there's something that's to be said about having, you know, you refer to this all the time, longevity in a career and doing this. Someone said to me the other day, I can't remember who it was, but she said, it was a female. She said, you know, Clark, you're one of the only people. Oh, it was a girl I modeled with the other day, Stacy. She goes, you're one of the only people I know that's actually made a living and raised a family in the fitness industry. And I have. You know, I told my son just now, we went to lunch, we trained and we went to lunch, and I told him how much money I made off of TikTok last year, and he tripped out. He's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, you know,
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. We're going to do a rapid fire here. We got a couple minutes. You and I both got phone calls. I'm going to pull Jeffrey back in here. We got a rapid fire here. We got some questions down the side here. Jeffrey, as quick as you can, would you mind jumping through some of these questions? There's some good ones here, but there's also some ones that are so social media allowed, because dumb question. Yeah.
Ones that you
yeah, but ask them anyways.
Okay.
You block people for?
Mm-hmm. Begin, sir. Oh, no. Greatness just walked in.
Do you smell that? Hold on. Before I get a question in, do you smell that?
Do you smell?
Just come in.
The man came.
Where is this question? I wanted to.
Go for
Here
it.
it is. This is the question I wanted to.
Okay, go for it.
Give me a little something, something.
Come on, we got 2 minutes here. Wrap this up. Let's go.
Right here, brother Mike. Do I eat less on days off since I'm not burning calories? I know you hate this question.
Hate this question. Clark, will you answer that first, please?
Why do I eat less on days off when
No. There's no why there. There's no why. You are
I mean,
blind as a bat, Batman.
Do I eat less on days off since I'm not burning calories?
No, just continue to eat.
Bam. On to the next
Okay,
one.
no. Let me answer that. Who says you're not burning calories on a day off? Do you wake up and float around? That's pretty impressive, man. Come on, you can use that picture and ask that question. Of course you would. It's your 1 day to recover. Eat your freaking calories.
Yeah.
Next.
Do taller guys like Serge need more carbs?
How did that guy even come up with that question?
But Serge is only 120 pounds. It doesn't
That's
matter
right.
how tall he is.
Maybe that's a good question after all. No, taller guys, depending on your weight and whatever it is, you got to eat more.
I only see one more question and I can't put it up.
Oh, you got to put it
I
up.
just can't put it up.
You fighting? You're fighting it?
I just can't put that up. I just can't put that up.
Wow.
See what I just did? I ruined.
Clark, you answer this. What's the difference between engaged muscles and flexed muscles?
Engaged muscles and flex muscles.
So I did a lat pull down. You're gonna freaking die on this. I did a lat pull down the other day, right?
Okay.
And there was trainers, certified, and there was college graduates going on there going, he's joking with you guys. He's trolling you. That doesn't work the lats.
Lat pull
Lat
down?
pull down doesn't work lats. I was mind blown. I'm like, you guys, that percentage of society will never. There's our diggers. Those are going to be the guys that have no comprehension of life.
See, it's unfortunate that so many people are too smart for this industry. And I talked about this the other day. I don't use certain words that the industry has grabbed a hold of. And I'm not trying to impress anyone with my intellect because I'm not that smart of a guy. I go into the gym, and if I feel lat pull downs working my lats, it's working my lats. And it doesn't matter what angle I'm at because I know my body well enough. And I watch your videos, and Mike has found a way, now helping somebody else find it for themselves. That's where the art comes into this, and really being able to teach, and you're touching and do this sort of thing. Tell these guys to hook up EMGs to the muscles and see if lat pull downs don't work, and tell them to shut up and go into the gym and do them. I'm tired of smart people, man.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. So just to answer your question here, no, pull-ups doesn't work your upper chest. That's just absolutely I don't know. That is
Mike, how many pull-ups can you do, by the way? Like 20?
Who?
You.
Me, the best I've ever done was 35 and 30 seconds.
Yeah, but
And I was 270.
Yes.
Yeah, and I beat everybody. Ulysses was in New York when he tried out for Battle Dome, and he goes, "What's the best pull-ups? I'm going to set it. I'm going to set the record." And they go, "Well, Michael Hurd in California did 35 and 30 seconds." He goes, and he told me that story the other day when he tried out, and I was like,
Yeah,
there was 3 guys holding the machine down because the machine started shaking.
I could do 25, Clark.
Yeah, see, so we just busted 2 myths just right now, that women can't do pull-ups and body weight is a factor when it comes to doing pull-ups. That's why someone would go, "Well, I'm too heavy to do pull-ups." I'm 270. I just did 35 and 30 seconds.
Some women can't do pull-ups. All right, man. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it. We're gonna put the little Batman.
One question.
Oh!
Am I supposed to look like that at 58?
No, you're
Sit
not.
down, just ate a freaking burrito bowl from Chipotle. If you want to sponsor me, come on, Chipotle, I'll take it.
How did you not have a Titan burrito?
Because I don't have any.
You don't have Todd's number?
I do. I need some Titan burritos at the crib.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
avocado been added to the Titan burrito? Is that what I heard?
Come on, man. Come on. Hey, what's your are you using Facebook fan page? Have you talked to him yet?
No, he's next on my list.
He's next on the list. Mo's gonna call you after your thing.
I'm using OnlyFans.
His OnlyFans. Dude, you got me on there. I'm your OnlyFans. Do eat less on your days off. That was it. Clark, go play.
Right.
Have a great day today, brother.
Clark, call me.
Clark, call her.
Okay, I'm on it.